Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, and SuperCoach Pro. Today we are doing the round 14 SuperCoach team review. Bit of a late one. I've had my son for the last 2 weeks with me. And I've been doing like 11-hour days at work as well. So I've been pretty busy. So we went up in the ranks again. I think for a month straight now, I've been going up slowly. We scored 2012, sorry. Season rank now into 7,327. And we're in total of top 4% there. League wins, that was okay. And yeah, 3 trades remaining. I've got a lot of coin in the bank. I did some last minute move again, just to try to field 18 for this week. And yeah, I've done something quite weird, but I think you guys will understand why I did it. So obviously I bought in Melican, if you saw my Saturday late preview. And I also bought in, who else was it? Melican and some other player, and Jeremy Cameron. Jeremy Cameron backfired. He scored 53. I actually wanted him because if you have a look at his scores, he sort of looked like he'd turned a corner with that good game. He was the top 8 forward at the time. He's got good ceiling. He had a few 80s here, and then he bounced back against the Dogs the week before with 107. So before that, he was averaging 98. Thought I'd bring him in for a cheap price at 446k. Melican was the other rookie I needed in my back line because I got rid of the 2 Hawthorn boys, unfortunately, Weddle and Mitchell. And I bought in Melican because I thought his job security was the best out of all those Robert and Winhanger and all those other players. His job security is pretty good with the long-term injury list at Sydney for defenders. And it sort of didn't really work because Melican outscored Jezza, which isn't meant to happen as premiums. So starting off in the back line too for the review, 91 from Stewart. It would have been annoying from a Premo like that, but Sicily now out means people are probably going to grab Stewart in now for a decent price. Now I don't have to worry about Stewart owners, so I don't have to worry about Sicily owners, so that works out okay for me. Dacos was captain. Obviously, you can put any player that's not playing as captain. So he wore the armband. 102 for Sinclair. I'm pretty solid in the wet for that sort of score. And it wasn't a marble, so he scored all right at the G. 103 for Sheasel. You take that every day of the week. Excuse me. Hall's out that side now, so I probably should have kept Zeeble maybe. Malkin, 68. 8 disposals, and somehow I got a 68. Must have done the little things. Constable's got concussion, so he won't be in for our bye this week. Kind of sucks. Bont 169. He was my fallback captain if Dunkley didn't do well. And yeah, just a crazy pick. We all knew that he'd be a good starting pick, and yeah, he's been really great so far. Obviously, Wade didn't play. Neil 144. This is why I brought in Brayshaw and Neil for Zeeble and those other rookies that I got rid of. These are the scores I've been looking at. So yeah, Brayshaw pretty solid as well, 107, but Neil looks back to his best. Green, it's a good game from him, averaging 107. Pretty cheap at that price to be grabbing a player if you needed someone after this buy. And then, 112 from Cogs finally did something decent. And I'm slowly regretting not going him. Regret going Butters over him. Johnson 32, got the Corky, got subbed off, should be right to play this week. So something in his cash generation for next week, which is annoying. Shinkota 61. I thought he'd bully the Suns a bit because Carlton smashed him, so I thought he was going to get a bit of a better score than that, but it's whatever. Oliver, injury symbol off, so does that mean he plays? Who knows? Not really sure. Roberts is due. His injury symbol's gone too. Okay. That's really strange. Maybe they're in line, at least for VFL for Roberts, and maybe Clarry comes back. Well, I guess we'll know tonight. Anyway, Marshall, and here's the big one. I went to take out English out, and I brought in Darcy Cameron so I can use DCAM at F6, and I'll have 18 players this week. I'm pretty sure. We'll see by tomorrow night. And it means I'm playing Briggs because Briggs has got so much cash generation to make that I just thought if I didn't trade Briggs out and I just kept him there, I'd have to run Ford or Marek as my F6, and I couldn't do that without getting rid of English, so then I could bring Briggs in on field and actually scoring well. Like, what's the point of making cash gen now if he's going to be scoring well at the same time. So punted English off, and Briggs will be my R2 all year. So big call. And yeah, don't know if it's worth it, but in doing so, I banked 194,000 with 3 trades to go and no upgrades to make. So pretty good for trades, pretty good for bench cover and whatnot. And then yeah, the rest speaks for itself. 137 for Dunkley, solid. His goal on form. VC him against St Kilda probably. Taranto 128. Wonder if Kane thinks he's in the top 150 now. It's just a solid pick, and he's just scoring goals each week as well, and clutch ones at best as well. So he's doing really well. I'm on my lunch break, hence why I keep looking down at my watch. Sorry. I was trying to squeeze everything in. 111 for Rosie, really solid there as well. Gordon as well, 111. So yeah, really consistent from these guys mostly. The odd poor score from Gordon, but that's fine. Jezza, not a good pod to bring in. Probably up against Stephen May. So that's going to be a little bit worrying. Maybe he plays on one of the other blokes, but hopefully he does something for my F6. I mean, people running pretty dodgy F6 and M8s anyway, so the side looks all right. Now, optimize button. This is the side going into a round, obviously. Hopefully I have 18, so for some reason, some of these players are not picked on my field even after optimizing them. So backline's covered. Midfield, I think we're missing for how many spots in the mids? 2 there. Rucks are fine. I'll be fine, I think. Have I not worked this out well enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I didn't do my math, hence the pause there. Maybe for 18 field. Tell me what you guys think. I really thought I had 18 before that. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Oh, no, I've got Marek. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I don't need to make a trade. I was going to say if I needed to bring in a premium, I could bring in forward. Sorry, I could bring in keys for forward, which I might still do. So tell me what you guys think. That's 18 by putting Marek on the field. I could move on Johnson and get a 470k player, but it doesn't really make sense to do that. I think Johnson's not a bad bench cover. I'd rather him in the midfield. But if I do this, tell me what you think here. I know he plays Dacos this week and he'll be tagging probably as a defender, but I could have him in the actual forward line, remain 2 trades left, and it means Keys is my 23rd premium, and I could almost loophole Jez's score and his score week in and week out. So yeah, that's the final side. I'm not sure if I want to do this with 2 trades left to go, but let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you on the next on the preview, probably tomorrow night by the looks of it. I'll catch you there.